right, so for a broccoli cheese soup, I mean, it basically starts out with a roux, which is butter and flour, but I'm gonna add some onion and kind of start it out like that. Actually, get my stove on. There you go. Now, put the butter in the pan. Turn it up. Get this butter melted. You want a good amount of butter because that's what's going to start the roux, and eventually that's just going to thicken everything up. For this one particularly, I'm actually going to puree some of the, like half of the soup, just to get a nice smooth texture, but keep the other half nice and chunky. Normally I wouldn't put this much onion in a roux, but since it's a soup, I like this. The amount of onion gives it a good flavor, nice sweetness. I'm gonna add the flour. Just a little bit at a time, so it doesn't clump up. Like, it will clump up a little bit to begin with, but if you add it all, it's just gonna turn into one big kind of clumpy mess. All right, that should be good. I'm gonna cook that starch out to get rid of that kind of that gummy flavor. I don't know, you don't want it to taste like flour. You want it to thicken up. All right, that should be good. Turn this down just a little bit and then add the milk. Eventually, once you kind of incorporate that beginning portion and it gets to become, you know, not lumpy, but almost creamy, then you can kind of add the rest of the milk. Up. Okay, so I'm actually going to add some cardamom. Normally, folks will add like cloves or cinnamon or something like that sometimes to the base of the broccoli soup, and it just kind of adds like this spicy flair. Gives it just a little kind of an interesting flavor to the broccoli soup. That's fine. Just a couple of crushed peppercorns. So just with a pot or a pan, let's move this out of the way so you can see. I'm just gonna throw that stuff in there just like that with the husk and everything, because it'll soften down. Plus I'm gonna puree it a bit, and it's just gonna, like, it already smells delicious. All right, so now it's time for the broccoli. I'm gonna break it down a little bit, get the leaves off. You know, you can't really use the leaves other than feeding chickens, or, I mean, maybe you could, but I'm just gonna break these down. Take the florets off the top for like a little extra garnish towards the end, and then I'm going to use the stalk, this main stalk, as the body for the soup. And then this little it's almost like asparagus at this point, where like the little bottom piece is still kind of woody. It's like the most woody part of the stalk. It's actually kind of hard to cut, yeah. So get rid of that. The majority of this is going to be pretty hard. That's why you're going to make soup from it. But I'm going to cut most of it into chunks. And these florets, I'm actually going to keep. I'm going to cut them up a little bit, so I'll add them later during the cooking process, because if you add them right now, they just kind of fall apart. So you kind of want to just keep that integrity towards the end if you can. Stir that together, and this will cook for like quite a while. I don't know, I'd say 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to get it all soft, and then I'll puree this, and then I'll add the florets towards the very end, so it'll look like a beautiful, nice green, fresh broccoli cheese soup. All right, so this has been cooking for, I don't know, about 30 minutes. Everything's pretty much tenderized, and it's gonna go right in here as carefully as I can was gonna do that. Okay, this is the broccoli soup. This is the base. Broccoli soup's done. Now I'm gonna do this little, kind of like a little thick sliced crostini, like a thick sliced bread with some sharp cheddar cheese right on top. And I'm gonna toast this in my broiler. 1 second. All right, it's gonna go in the broiler. And I'm gonna plate this. I want some of that fresh broccoli. Fill it up about halfway. And then a nice little toasty piece of cheesy bread. A little bit of fresh cheese on the side.